Introspect, take a sec, watch it step, where you step, when you step, falling free through the sky, feel the breeze, feel the eye, all your fears, let them die, energy never lies, introspect, take a second, let your world unfold.
Turn you off. Start the mantra.
You lose some, but you live to fight another day.
Yeah, we here. Welcome, Let Them Speak podcast, episode 15, I believe. We're in 15, season 2. We've actually had way more episodes than this. But Let Us Speak podcast, I'm your host, Cecil. Thank you guys for watching if you're on YouTube. But if you're listening on Spotify and Apple, we appreciate you as well for listening. Make sure you keep subscribing and listen to us. Now, most of you may know we've been in remote locations because of that darn COVID. So,
I thought you were in witness protection, Cecil.
I was not on witness protection. Who told you that? We've been locked away in our homes, recording remote locations and you know, doing what we do. But we've been kind of going over this for a while, coming back in person, see what that looks like. And we are finally, what The Rock, finally. And I forgot the rest. Dang it, I forgot. Finally. I forgot. Well,
That's
we're back.
one of the biggest misses of 2020 right now.
It is. Dang it. Well, I tried to shoot the shot and I failed. But we are back.
That's
we're
why
here.
he meme.
Yo, listen. No? Did I make it? Did I make it? Hey, did I make it? No, I didn't make it. My bad. I didn't make it. All right. But we're here in person. Good to see my brothers. Actually, side note, the last time we was in person, it was a long time ago for this podcast, at least. It was a long time ago.
Nah, this is my first time.
It's your first time for Abe. For those who don't know, Abe is on the Let Him Speak crew, the Craft Factory crew. He's been rocking with us. He actually joined remotely first.
You,
and you.
All of y'all.
He joined us actually when we was on remote location through all this stuff. He's been rocking with us, being huge. And then of course there's Osahan, who's been rocking with us since we started. It was formerly known as For the Culture. And now he's still here. Beard's getting longer. About to be a faja.
A whole daddy.
A whole daddy. I'm a daddy now. Like,
hey,
man,
true, baba.
it's crazy.
Bye-bye.
It's crazy. Fellas, how are we doing? Everybody look good. Got your blue on. What's up, cuz?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No affiliation.
Yeah. Get the air horn on. Yeah.
But it felt good to wear blue today.
You know what I'm saying? Got the
face
Mets.
mask, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not.
Is that Yankees gear? No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I gotta link with our sound man. Our sound guy is playing,
You
yo.
wearing the real New York team. That's New York's team right
Shout
there.
shout out to actually Britain too, holding it down. He's the one that actually made the comment on, was that Yankees gear? I'm like, yo, bad start.
The way my eyes widened. I don't know why I just took so much offense to it.
That
I
pause.
wasn't ready for it. I was like, hold on, what?
That pause.
What?
Abraham, do you think the baseball season is going to be over by this weekend?
Yo, after what Manfred said and how he's much of a punk,
I feel like he just put the blame on Tony. It was like, if you don't get this together, we shutting it down.
I mean, the thing is, they suspended the Marlins for a whole week.
A whole week.
That's at least a total of 4 or 5 teams that don't play.
And then they
this
canceled a couple of games too, right?
weekend. Yeah, they canceled the Philly and Yankee series.
Yeah.
Because that's where the Marlins came from.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, first
That
of all,
chain reaction.
how do 14 people get tested positive and y'all still playing games opening weekend?
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know. And then there's 2 teams. No, Philly's got 2 players, I believe, that were got tested positive recently. But I don't know what Manfred's doing. I don't know what he's trying to do.
The problem is that and I said this in sports group. Shout out to SSAW. With basketball, it's so much easier to do a quarantine with the bubble because you're responsible for a smaller amount of people.
15.
Exactly.
Yeah,
plus staff and whatnot. So it's
Right.
not too much. But then when you go to baseball, all right, the pool gets bigger.
Right.
30-man roster, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they cut it down a little bit too. So when you travel,
Yeah,
you're
that's what
only
it is.
I think about a total of 15 maybe because
I
you
think
get
it's
to
20.
bring the regular staff and
Yeah, I
then
think it's 20.
substitutes,
Right.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but you also can't be in remote location like Orlando,
Right.
Because
Nah,
first
that
of all,
wouldn't work.
That
would no way would
You got to
work.
make up several baseball fields, and that's going to be too much work.
Yeah.
The quality is going to be bad.
Yep.
I mean, it would make sense to try to keep everyone together, but then you have all these games happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the biggest thing is while I'm watching this, the biggest thing is football.
Dude, yeah.
Football, that's 50 plus men on one.
I don't
team,
know
not
how
including
Goodell's
staff
gonna
and
do it.
coaches.
I don't know what he's gonna do.
You can't even do a bubble because then you need to make makeshift fields, and if the quality is not up to par, and then what are you going to do? Have multiple games running every day?
Didn't the Raiders play? They played Green Bay preseason up in Canada. Remember that?
Yeah.
And that was
field
bad.
Yeah, it was
atrocious.
horrible.
Yeah, they were playing on the arena
was
football
horrible.
field.
That field
Yeah.
was horrible.
Yeah, that's when they were like, all right, well, we're just going to play 80 yards of football.
Yeah,
and
that's
it was
what
like,
it was.
what?
It was 80 yards. The field quality wasn't
Yeah.
even that good.
Nah.
either.
I
Yeah.
mean, remember, there was supposed to be the game in Mexico. I think that was the Chiefs-Rams game from 2
Chiefs-Rams.
years ago.
Yep.
But the
Yeah.
field was really bad, so they just played it out in L.A.
Yep.
Yeah. Nah, I
Great
don't-
game, by the way. I won a lot
It
of money
was.
that day.
It was.
I didn't even know. I was at work. I didn't even watch the
That
game
was.
at all.
I think that was game of the year for sure.
Yeah.
It was. Mahomes was, he won MVP that season.
That was a
for
good
reason.
game. That was a good game. And
So, yeah. So, I'm just looking. I'm like, man, basketball is able they were able to do a great job. And even though the punishments, like the Lou Will one, yes, it was low key too serious, but
Jack
they
Harlow.
needed to be strict off jump. They
Right.
need to let people know, yo, we're not playing around, and it's
Yeah.
working. No one has tested positive ever
Yeah.
since being in the bubble.
yeah. And shout out to the players. Actually, they've been handling their business. They go to point A to point B. They play.
You know what? Low key, maybe that snitch hotline was the right way to go.
Listen, I
Everyone
guess
was
so.
afraid of LeBron or Giannis snitching. That's what everybody was afraid of.
Well,
Dwight Howard's on the line probably. No, but players went from point A to point B. And you can see they go off, they do the interviews. The interviews are mad weird, by the way. When LeBron was doing that interview the other night after the game, he had the 6-foot pole.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy.
You saw Joker? Joker nearly cussed somebody out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we got an interview here. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Joker. I've never
Chill
seen
out.
Joker
Chill,
say so many
chill.
words like that.
No.
Yeah.
You know what it is? He lost weight and gained words. That's
Word.
Yeah, he did.
My goodness. So yeah, all in all, I'm just looking because you would think that football. Before today, I thought that football has the best opportunity to really get ahead of this because this happened throughout their entire offseason.
Yeah.
So they were lucky. They didn't have to deal with any major interruptions besides the draft, but the way they did the draft, a lot of people loved it. And now people are like, yo, that might be the way to go.
And they wasted time though. They wasted a lot of time.
They did.
I don't know what Goodell was doing.
In my head, I think they were like, yo, there's going to be a vaccine by the fall.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what they're
first of all,
thinking. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
the quickest vaccine can be made within 4 years. Now, if we do get a vaccine this year or next year, then
Yeah.
that means they've been working on this for a while, which then feeds conspiracy theories and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yo, but now after seeing what happened with baseball and just thinking about it, there's no way to isolate. These teams have to travel. You can't do divisional bubbles because then it's like, all right, so they're going to play the same team
Yeah.
for the majority, maybe have 1 or 2 out of conference.
Oh, they're gonna be fighting.
Out of division games?
Yeah.
Like at that point, then you might as well shorten the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might as well go 30-game season at that point.
It's not gonna work.
So it's just like, yo, this is crazy. Football, yo, good luck. Good luck.
Good luck. Plus, football is actually going to allow fans. What did they say? I think it was 25% capacity or something like that.
They really
Like,
did.
and all they said was we'll allow fans at I think it was 25,
Yeah,
30%
25.
capacity, and everyone has to wear a mask. Now, even with when you do the math, you look at Jerry World, for example, at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas.
80K?
No, 100.
Oh, 100?
I think they can hold 100. So 25. That's 25K. You got 25,000 people in a stadium.
You might need to hold your mic at this point. Yeah.
Mask or no mask?
There it
Oh,
is.
that's drastic change.
Oh, okay. Mask or no mask, all right? That's going to be a whole situation that needs to be to be managed. I just don't see from a player personnel standpoint to the fan standpoint what football is going to be able to do to manage this situation. And even some of the rules by the league. Hey, players, you gotta have
no jersey swaps.
No jersey swaps.
Like yes, that's gonna.
You can do everything but swap your jersey. You can dogpile on the running back.
Right.
You can
sack the quarterback.
Yeah, you can do all
tackle everything. But at the end of the game,
do not swap your jerseys.
I'll holler at you. You want to the locker room? All right.
Don't swap. Don't you swap nothing.
Like, it's not like they swap jerseys just automatically put it on and be like, all right, I'm out of here. It's like,
it's counterintuitive, man.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's counterproductive. I don't trust Goodell. Goodell and Manfred right now are kind of killing me with everything on how they're doing all this stuff.
Everything.
It don't make sense. Shout out to, it makes Adam Silver look like a genius with how he's doing it. They have checks every day. You know, even when they get packages delivered, it gets sprayed down. They have their own hotel where all the packages and equipment are in one station. Like
all
it's beautiful.
How did soccer manage to do it? Although I feel like
I'm glad that you asked. And I don't know if you remember, if any of you guys saw this in the sports group, and SSAW, shout out to the family again. Someone had reposted something they saw on somebody's Facebook about, look at the mark of the beast has already begun, because they saw Barcelona players scanning into a game. They weren't scanning into a game.
Yeah, they weren't scanning into the game.
It was a wrist temperature monitor, which is actually, you look at all of what all of the studies are finding is that's probably the easiest way to check temperature and most reliable and consistent, because the forehead check is not as consistent, because I could be coming in, for example, right now we're in Cali, it's 105 degrees outside. I could be coming in from 105 degrees, I throw the temperature scanner on, I could test in at 100. When in reality, I'm not even running a fever. So the wrist one is the most effective and most reliable. So soccer, they did all the checks. When it came to players even starting to train back again, you were checked before and after practice. They were kept in a strict bubble. They weren't even allowed to interact with the team chefs. Players were used to having a personal team chef for them. The chefs were sending them recipes and grocery lists for them to buy their own stuff and cook their own stuff.
At least they had that option. Shoot, WNBA didn't have this. They got whatever they want, whatever they got. And that was it in cardboard boxes.
Say her name. It's not Sheesh.
It's Sheesh. WNBA, that's what I said.
Say it's the Women's National Basketball Association.
National.
I ain't touching this one.
I ain't touching this one. What did Iguodala say? Man, number 23, nice.
Say her name.
Say her name.
Keep it out your mouth. So, and I mean, of course, they play with no fans. When it came to the balls, if a ball went out of play, they had a brand new sanitized ball for you to use. They had water breaks, and during the water breaks, they would check temperatures as well. So soccer, and think about it as well, this was in Europe. So these are the European leagues. You look at the way Europe has handled this crisis, this pandemic. You look at the way that Asian countries have handled it. It has been a stark difference to how we've handled it here in the States, because you look at most of those countries, they are more about the community than they are about the individual.
Facts.
So because of that, it's easier to get on board with the protocols and doing all the things. Here, we still have to try to juggle the demands of the individual and quote-unquote individual rights. So because of that, you're going to run into roadblocks, and you're going to run into problems, and you're going to run into all kinds of complexities as you're navigating what does it look like to do this.
Yeah. And they've been doing an awesome job. Like you said, I don't know how come we couldn't copy and paste. I don't know why we didn't, look at their method or whatever. But it seemed like they got their 10 steps ahead of us. They've always been 10 steps ahead of us.
Oh, yeah. And there was only one league that chose not to restart, and that was the French league. All the other leagues said, we're going to restart. We're going to do. They adjusted their schedules. I look at the Premier League in England. They adjusted their schedule to where players will get, I think it's 2 months off before the next season starts. Their transfer, which is the equivalent of like free agency or trade deadline, they extended it out. And then teams that are playing in the the bonus tournaments, so for example the European Champions League, those teams, once that tournament is over, regardless of when the season starts, they still are giving them an additional 90 days off to recuperate. So it would be the equivalent of, let's say the NBA season had restarted in June, and then the Olympics still went on in like August. It would be the equivalent of the NBA saying, listen, for you NBA players who went to go play in the Olympics, we're still going to give you an additional 90 days off that you missed due to you playing in the Olympics.
It's a beautiful compensation.
But then doesn't that make it uneven, the return schedule for everybody?
Well, not necessarily, because it's only a handful of teams from England who were playing in those tournaments, because this is the Premier League that's giving the extension. So I think it's 3 or 4 teams.
Okay.
Yeah, so outside, and these are the 3 or 4 top teams.
Yeah.
So either way,
Like
they're
Chelsea.
still good to go.
Not Tottenham.
Here we
Not
go.
Tottenham. You not, and Man U, we in
Here
here.
we go.
We in
Just
here. So all they
that's
does,
for our intro.
that. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow. You gonna talk to the man who's cutting our footage like this?
Yo, I'm just saying, he got to leave this one in.
That's how he's gonna talk to the man cutting our footage, y'all. You
Oh,
see
okay.
this?
So I'm
Way.
supposed to take abuse. I'm supposed to take abuse. I'm supposed to take abuse.
Look, you got third one.
I'm supposed to take abuse.
You know why? Because you a Yankees fan.
Right. Says Britain. But
The
that's
title of this
right there.
episode is gonna be Yankee Doodle, by the
Yankee
way.
Doodle.
Just
Oh my goodness.
Yankee dang Doodle.
you're welcome.
Shout out to the Yankees though. You know, I'm just.
Does anyone know the background of that song, Yankee Doodle? I think we should clarify that before we get canceled and someone's like, do you know the background of Yankee Doodle? That's incredibly rare. I don't
I
know.
feel like that's gonna be another revelation, like the ice cream truck song.
Oh, I knew about the ice cream truck
Yeah,
song.
we been know about
Oh,
the
I
ice
knew
cream
about that.
I was late.
You know,
You know how I learned about the ice cream truck song?
how?
It was from watching Charmed.
Whoa, what?
It was from watching Charmed because they had an episode about the ice cream truck song. Except, of course, they didn't say like, "Hey, it was racist." They were
Yeah.
like, "This is demonic."
Yeah.
And so me thinking like, "Yo, this is demonic," I then went to do research and I was like,
found out,
it's racist. What's the difference?
Same difference. Same difference.
I was like, "Yo, shout out to Charmed, by the way."
I had an uncle who was an
For
ice cream
real?
truck man at one point in life, and that was great because he'd come down the street and you get.
Yeah, ever since then,
Is he like a
the
24-hour ice cream truck? Because most
just
of
don't
these
hit
ice
no
cream trucks in
more.
the hood, they be like,
Don't
get ice
matter
cream
what
at
time.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock at night. Go and get you that drumstick.
Oh, let's go.
I know what time
Midnight
it is.
snack. But yeah, we'll definitely see what happens with sports. In other news, culture stuff. So actually, I read this tweet that I actually wanted to bring up, and I feel like people don't talk about it. So Looney, I guess he was part of Bad Boy.
Yup.
He got released.
Loan.
Been in the pen about 10 years.
Yeah, he been locked up, bro.
He been locked up, and apparently, there's this thing that's like kind of the elephant in the room, the common denominator. So let me just run down some things around Bad Boy's history.
Run it down.
Loon, he did 10 years.
Uh-huh.
Shine,
Yep.
10 years.
Yep.
Depp is currently in there for murder right now. Big, of course, he died. Craig Mack died. Mace, he got called to preach. And we all know the story of him.
Pastor
you know what I'm
Mace.
saying? Pastor Mace. And definitely, I think he, he's owed some money. But that's just me. Lokes had to bully themselves off the label.
Definitely, yeah.
Which they did.
Locks.
The thing that I feel like we gotta unpack here, the common denominator, is Diddy. And I feel like Diddy is kind of he's helped a lot of artists.
Okay.
He has, he did his thing. He's helped establish people. He's helped, establish stuff like Revolt TV, and he done a lot of stuff in the community. However, during that time, I really believe, as much as he was establishing, he was also a poison. Because
Easily.
I still have questions about that Biggie death. Like, at some point, you was a snitch somewhere to get all these people.
Oh, we're going
Locked
into
up.
conspiracy theories. I'm avoiding that too.
Here we go.
I'm avoiding that too.
You see how he did that? He done.
This is my theory.
He done dragged us in.
Look, I think this is my theory. I think that because Diddy, we're talking about hotlines. I feel like he had a hotline himself with somebody. I don't know. But it seemed like all the people that got locked up, 2 people got murdered, discrepancies with the label, and you're still the lone survivor. You're still there. I got a lot of questions. I don't know. That's just me. Like, I feel like something's not right. Some ain't right.
And then we find out that Diddy instead has survivor's guilt and has been tormented by this, but Cecil's accusing him of
I'm not
being a
accusing-
criminal
You feel me?
mastermind.
Allegedly, I'm not allegedly accusing him of anything. I'm just saying it's amazing.
We got questions.
It
that
is
need answers.
amazing that he is the lone kind of the person, the denominator in all of this stuff. I'm just saying. I just got questions. That's all. I'm not accusing.
I think when
Just
you
got
look
questions.
at the label, I don't feel like Diddy is. You look at the makeup of these dudes versus the makeup of Diddy. I kind of feel like Diddy doesn't actually fit.
in his own label.
Yeah, and so
He's his own person, that's for sure.
yeah, he's his own person. So I think he built what he built, but Diddy's the kind who I wouldn't say he had a hotline, but he's not gonna get his hands dirty.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. He's not gonna get his hands dirty. And so when stuff got dirty with Bad Boy, when the beef, East Coast, West Coast beef, started to get real raw, medium rare, not even medium rare, straight rare.
That thing was
That was rare.
fresh off
It was
the-
still mooing.
Yeah.
You know?
You got it on the plate. And
Right,
the
it's still
burger
talking.
was like, hey, so you really
Right.
about to eat me?
Yeah.
It's
At
beeping
least
me.
throw some A1 sauce on
feel
me.
me?
You feel me?
At least get some sear marks,
Right.
get some grill marks on me.
I'm still blinking at you. Like what?
When it got
By the way,
like
I
that-
prefer mine's medium rare. I do
I've
like a little
become
blood
medium
in
rare.
there.
I've become
I like
medium
blood
rare.
in
I
there.
used to be well done. I used to like everything burnt. But
Let
now,
me help you. I think that's a common thing with black folks. They
It
like that
is.
thing well done.
It
You
is.
know what?
It is.
Y'all nasty.
I guess I'm
Well,
I don't know
done.
who I'm looking at, but y'all nasty.
I think it's a black thing, and
It is.
people don't realize. They actually said, I think his chefs actually said it's medium. I think it is medium or medium rare is the best temperature because it keeps the fullest flavor.
medium rare.
Yeah,
medium
that's
rare.
how I like mine. Medium rare. It gotta be bloody, like,
like
low
mine
key.
medium.
I want to hear whispers.
I
I
like
want to
mine
hear you
medium.
in
Medium.
your death throes. Just be like, oh no,
Listen,
Medium.
You talking? I'm running. Like
Here's the real question though:
You-
do y'all put A1 on yours?
My philosophy is if it needs A1, then it wasn't cooked right.
Preach. That's it right there.
that's good.
I can't do A1.
Because to
That
be
is
honest,
correct.
A1 has a very distinct taste that doesn't like heighten the flavor.
It's because
at
of the
all.
ingredients used in A1.
Yeah.
It's like I know you're not going to be able to tell me that this isn't A1. I know A1
know that.
when I taste it.
It's
Yeah.
it's like Worcestershire with ketchup.
I thought it was Worcester.
I don't know how
spell
to
it.
pronounce it.
I
But
can't spell it. So.
Worcestershire. I know this every time.
Worcestershire.
Every time I watch Guy Fieri on Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives, he can't even say it. So I'm like, if Guy can't say it, shoot. Now I don't even know who can say it. Worcestershire, but
that worship sauce.
the worship sauce, the Worcestershire sauce. So, but back to the beef though. So when all of that stuff got brewing, when I look at
bars.
when I look at you're welcome. When I look at Diddy. Like Diddy doesn't fit into that as much as we've seen the caricature of Diddy in Making the Band. You know, I'm shutting down the studio unless y'all go uptown and get me this cheesecake. Shout out to Dave Chappelle for doing a great sketch on that back on the
Yes.
Chappelle show. But as much as we see that picture of Diddy the mogul, Diddy's just this hard dude making the band, Danny D. Kane, Day 26, all of that stuff. When I look at like Diddy and compare him to guys like Shine and Loon and Biggie and Locks, like you're not
Yeah, he
really
didn't
that.
fit.
You don't fit.
He didn't fit.
So you're the guy. Listen, when stuff went down in the hood,
He had no choice but to boss.
you
like,
didn't.
people
Yeah,
around
you
in
didn't
a way.
snitch, but you didn't. You weren't in there getting your hands dirty with the homies.
Yeah.
You was. I think my mom's calling me. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home now and go.
Fox.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's it.
I think he. I don't know, man. I got questions. I just got questions.
You really speculating on the
I
name of
just
Sean
wanna,
Combs.
Sit down with Diddy, be like, Diddy, what really was going on in your head during this time? Like,
really coming for Sean Combs today.
How did you react? Like, what did you do exactly? I mean, it's
In my
over. It's been 10
opinion,
years.
Diddy's the type of person who's like, I care more about the bottom line than I do care about my employees.
All day.
Yeah.
He is a bottom line guy. Because look at every band or group that he is overseeing that is not done well with the bottom line. Where are they today? Where's Danny D. Kane?
being Danity.
Aubrey from Danity
Yikes.
Kane is still struggling in life. I've seen her on like 20 different
What
reality
was the
TV
issue
shows.
with Danny Kane? Weren't they actually popping for a little bit? I
little
actually
bit,
don't
not long
remember.
enough.
They
I
had
don't
like
remember
one
a
album.
song. I know if you say the name, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that song, but I can't tell it.
I feel you. I feel you. You look at
look up Dan- let me
you
see
look
what they
at Day
writing. What's their
26.
last album?
Y'all remember Day 26?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro.
Let me see. Danity Kane.
There was that one Danity Kane song. Everybody knew it. They had an album, but there was that
Hey,
one
you know
song.
they didn't exist long.
Wasn't
That
like
one
Beat
Danity
Beat?
Kane song? Oh, snap. They dropped some in March. Wait, is this him?
Making a comeback? Nah, they just had their album remastered.
Yeah, that's what it was. They released the deluxe edition.
25 years later.
New Kings single, Danity Kane.
I ain't believing it.
I don't
Hold on,
want to
let's
listen
see.
to it. I'll tell you that right
You
now.
want to do it? Wait,
Not at all.
I just say no, and he's just like, all right, let me raise the volume up. Like,
He don't
what?
care. He don't care about us.
All right. Yeah. New Danity Kane.
Wasn't one of the girls from Danity Kane dating one of the dudes from Day 26?
Yeah.
Showstopper. That was the song.
Oh, yeah. That was actually slapping. I remember that. That
There
brings
it
back
is.
specific
There it
middle
is.
school memories.
Hey. I just want to say that bass was hitting. Yeah, I remember. That thing was a knocker.
That was.
That thing was a knocker. I admit. Okay.
Dang, I'm actually kind of sad that
remember.
they didn't, like, further progress from
Bottom
this
line.
song.
They didn't hit the bottom line. That was
remember.
06. Okay, that was 06. My senior year in high school, boy.
Low-key, 06 to 2010. 2011?
Oh, I forgot about that song. Damaged, too. Damaged was the
Yeah,
other one.
okay, that's the one.
That was the one.
Yes,
That's the one.
Damage, that's the one.
That's the one.
I have
Top
totally
song?
forgotten about Showstopper, but Damage, I definitely remember.
Yeah, this was like an anthem for
Because
certain
wasn't this
people.
also around the time that Nicole Shoshana?
Scherzinger.
Isn't this
Why
what
did you
she
make her
like?
sound like a sushi dish?
Because I wasn't going to really attempt to say that name because
Hey,
I've never been able to say her
Real
name.
talk, I was gonna go for whatever he said.
Scherzinger. I got you.
Scherzinger.
I got you.
Shoshana.
I'm like, I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know how to say her last name, but isn't this also around the same time that she, they still with the Pussycat Dolls,
Yeah.
but she started like
Doing her
own
solo thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I always
Yeah.
put those two together because they kind of happen
Same
at the
era.
same time.
Same era. Yeah.
That's crazy. Shoshana.
And we went back in time. Diddy was really running Danity Kane though. Think about that. Like
Yeah.
he was really the.
I think
So
at
they
that
came out with two good songs, and then it was like, all right, we don't got nothing no more. And Diddy was like, all right, deuces. Diddy did what Game of Thrones likes to do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
gone.
I don't think he had that power like he did now back in the day when all that stuff was going on with Looney and like he has more power when Danny Kane and Day 26 was around.
Well,
I don't
and that was
think-
because of I think the making the band process though with
Right.
those groups. That's why.
Genius idea by him.
Straight
Yeah.
up. They don't make it like
Yeah.
that. That we will never see that again.
Yeah, it just
Well, because of streaming music now. but
this is true. This is true.
I remember all the other shows that started to do their own thing. Like Missy Elliott had one,
she did.
Yeah,
and that
What's
one
his?
wasn't
What's
as
his name is still
intended.
going. His is still going on. Jermaine Dupri's The Rap Game.
Oh, I didn't know.
what channel is
was.
that? Get out of here.
I think it's on Oxygen or We. My wife binges it, so I've had.
Dang,
to,
I haven't watched Oxygen
I've
in
had
a
to get
minute.
into
I'm
it.
Those
sorry.
are two
She
distinctly
bitched on
different
Ox.
channels.
I want to
on
say
opposite
it's. I want to say it's. I want to say it's
spectrums.
Oxygen.
I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
I forgot that channel still
All right,
exists.
low-key,
I mean, the Rap Game is essentially. It's kind of like American Idol for, like, No, it's more like making the band, but it's an individual rapper.
Yeah.
So these kids, most of them, the oldest you'll find is maybe like a 17 or 18-year-old, and they audition, they want to be on this show, and JD puts them through the ringer. And, at the end of it all, kids get kicked out week by week. At the end of it all, actually the last season that they did, they had the kids battle rap each other. That was the new element they brought in. So if you wanted to keep your spot, you gonna have to go for it. So you got these nice little kids who think like, oh, I'm writing my little bubblegum raps, and it's like, no, you need to come out here and like throw the personals, throw the subs out there. And folks wasn't.
Now, is that a necessity? You think that's a necessary trait for a rapper to be able to battle rap, or to at least in this case to be able to go that disrespectful route to get personal?
I don't know if it's necessary. But when you look at battle rappers, they throw out the personals, but they're still homies behind closed doors, unless there's some real legit beef. And I'm looking
by
at some
that time,
of these,
you can usually tell.
You can tell, yeah. Like, I'm looking at some of these kids, and I'm like, oh, some of y'all are writing your bars based on the fact, because a lot of them, their managers who are living with them is their parents. So you basing this stuff off the beef that your parents has, and there were some subliminals that were thrown out there that I was like. There was one kid, a white kid in there. He low key had some bars, but his dad was his manager, and his mom I think was literally a crackhead, and I think she had OD'd and died. And so he battle rapped some girl, and she brought all that stuff in there about his mom's and she should stay dead and like stuff like that. And I was like,
see, adults would be scrapping already for that. Teenagers. Oh, she would. You know what? Let me choose my words wisely.
Yeah. So outside of the rap game, though, there's not really shows out there that are doing stuff like that. No.
Top three careers. Okay, top three most successful careers from competition shows. Who you got? Like artists.
So
honestly,
like
they could.
It's
pretty much just American Idol. Like American Idol takes that cake.
Yeah. Because I was about to say,
because even the people who've won, Kelly Clarkson, you got
Fantasia, low key. Even though she didn't win it, she didn't win it. She won it.
No,
I thought she won.
Remember that controversy between Jennifer Hudson?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson, she's in there.
Yeah.
She's in that conversation.
Fantasia, she was popping, and then she mellowed out, but then she's still relevant.
Who was the country singer?
Underwood.
Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood. She takes the cake.
Yeah, she was successful. Yeah. Really successful.
Still is.
My mom loved Kelly Clarkson. And that's when that, what's that old boy that was with her? Justin
Guarini.
Yeah, there we go.
I think
he cut his hair. He don't look like Sideshow Bob anymore.
Damn. He did. Kelly Clarkson, I feel like she could have had a longer career. Well, she still sings here now. She's
still doing
talk shows.
She's doing talk show.
She's branched out. Had a good peak.
She had a good peak.
Yeah.
Most disappointing winner for y'all.
Like who won and sucked?
Look, I don't remember.
Not sucked, but like their career was like, dang, I really had high hopes for you.
I guess Ruben Studdard.
Ruben Studdard, boy, 2004.
I know. I wanted to see if y'all would get it.
That's the only name that comes to me. Like aside from Kelly, Fantasia, Carrie, the next one is Ruben Studdard.
I was really rooting for Ruben.
Yeah.
I
just think it was more the aesthetic.
It was the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Ruben looks like the typical singer you find at your neighborhood black church who he got pipes, but
like he would have fit in a gospel setting.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
But when you think about like R&B and whatnot, you look at
they're supposed to bring back Sunday's Best? Was that the name of the gospel show that Kirk Franklin was doing?
Oh yeah, it's back.
Yeah.
It's been back. It sucks.
It's back.
It sucks.
It
sucks.
Is he still involved?
Yeah, he's still doing it.
Is Kirk still doing his thing with that? Yeah.
Well, this time Jonathan McReynolds.
McReynolds.
I love Jonathan.
He's on there.
By the way,
I'm a big fan. Yeah.
Mary, one of them, Erica, I believe.
It's Erica. Yeah, Erica's the most.
And then there's
active.
another one.
Shout out to Erica Campbell.
Who's the other one? There's another one.
Yolanda Adams.
I think.
Because she was on the original judging panel, the original panel.
Right.
So is it just the quality or?
It's virtual. They got to do it virtual.
American Idol's virtual too, though.
True. It's just Sunday Best. Sunday Best to me.
What channel is Sunday's Best on?
BET.
That's all you need to know.
That's
Say no
why.
mas.
There it is.
Say no mas.
There it is. I just feel like Sunday Best came after,
And there's
all
no
these other
cipher.
competition
There's no
shows.
cipher on it, so stop it.
I wasn't even going. I wasn't even gonna go there.
No cipher. Come on, Abe.
He said, "BT, where the cipher at?
The cipher?
Where the cipher
You know
at?"
what?
which
They
one
low
is
key
it?
should involve a cipher then on Sunday's Best. Be like, hey, y'all gonna have to battle rap each other.
It's just the quality. Like
Battle
this,
sing.
this is what did it for me. The last episode was
What year?
this year.
Oh, okay. I was like, are we talking about the good quality
So
version
this
or the
year's
bad quality?
episode, I just scrolling through the channels, and their theme for that episode was they had to change like
Please
a
don't say
secular
classic.
song,
Oh, they had to flip a
an
secular
R&B song or something, and flip it into a gospel.
I mean,
I was done. After
choir
that.
directors do that all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
They do that every single Sunday.
I mean,
Stop
Kanye
it.
was doing
Every
that too.
single Sunday.
That's
Stop
what
it.
Kanye was doing as well.
Yeah.
Last year.
I was
I'll go
in-
as far as saying stop it.
I remember being in church once upon a time ago and hearing someone flip "Can You Stand the Rain?"
Yeah, I'll stop it.
Wait, the Missy Elliott one?
No.
Oh.
The Boyz II Men. Is that Boyz II Men or New Edition?
Can't you stand the rain?
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
you stand the rain? New edition.
New Edition. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so awkward when they do that. Because I be feeling like a heathen. And so then I go to church to not feel like a heathen. And then y'all do that. Then the heathen wants to come out and be like, hey, I'm home.
I saw.
I'm like, oh, no.
I saw. This was back from 2011. Guy, popular worship leader these days. Everybody love him. Not gonna name his name, but it was a video from him in 2011 leading some worship situation, and y'all know that song, "You Spin Me Round," right? This dude said, take off your shoes, take off your sandals, swing around. Jesus, you swing me round, round,
no.
round.
Oh no.
That's my face as well, Abe. That was my face as well. Why do we do things
swinging,
like that?
no,
Why do
no.
we do things like that in the church?
I don't know.
First of all, I
Copy and
hated
paste.
that song.
Copy and paste.
So if I was to go to church and hear them flip it, I'm walking out.
I'm all for it because think about Kirk Franklin's career. The majority of his classics have just been songs that he flipped. Lovely Day, flip.
True.
He's flipped September. The Great Earth, Wind, and Fire classic. He's
Yeah.
flipped it. Like the majority of his classics have been songs that he flipped. So I could see that, but the way he did it was tasteful.
and he completely made it feel completely new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not feel like I just took the entire song, even the cadence of the
Yeah.
song, and just
And made the
If
kids
you can
Bop
make me
version.
forget the original in a way, then I think you're in business. Kurt
bingo.
Franklin did a masterful
He made me
job of
forget.
that.
He made me forget Lovely Day was the
Because
original.
honestly, when I heard it, I was thinking like, oh, they copying Kurt?
Yeah.
But it's the other way around.
Yeah.
It's the other way around.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. And this, I mean, that's a Bill Withers classic, Lovely Day.
is.
And
You flipped it like strong.
okay, Kurt.
You're like, damn, Kirk, you've been
Strong,
around
strong,
that
strong.
long that
Yeah.
Bill Withers was copying your flow? Jeez.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Speaking
Shout out.
on the Christian tip, CHH, going into CHH, of course, Reach Records, they released
Summer 20, baby.
Summer 20.
I was listening to it on the way over here.
It's not that bad. I like it.
Hey,
That's
hey,
the Lecrae
hey,
not
Mineo
bad.
joint?
Hey,
Because I saw,
I've been
I saw
hard.
the Instagram.
That joint was smacking, but you need to listen to the joint with Wande.
Hey, yo, Wanda
Teo.
been making her
Bro,
moves.
She's slowly coming along.
We low key got to play that joint right
Which
now
one?
for Abe's appreciation.
She's slowly coming along.
The
One day?
joint that Wande did, yeah. Why can't I remember?
And
the name of it?
I've been hard on CHH as far as
We know.
being copy and paste and stuff like
We
that.
know.
I will say this playlist
It's called
is
"Come
pretty
My Way"
good.
featuring Tenny and Toye. You already know.
pretty
Featuring
good.
Tenny and Toye. You already know where this is going.
Where
Abe.
is it
Of
at?
course.
Let me know. Oh, "Come My Way." I'm sorry, it's called "Come My Way."
Good movie. Not Rocket, not Woo. Where is it? Oh, come my way.
You listen to
You ready
Pop
for this,
Smoke?
Abe? You ready for this, Abe?
Oh yeah, you would like this. Already.
What's crazy was yesterday. I was just in a mood, and I was like, you know what? I just need to. I realized it's been a while since I listened to my Afro-Caribbean playlist.
Come on now.
So then I was just like, all right, let me put this joint on shuffle, and I was like, all right, I'm comfortable again. I'm in a great mood. It's not about the beat of African music, the use of drums. It's just you can't just stay still and still be in the mood. You know, you can't just be like, man, I'm upset. You know what? I'm pissed. I'm sad. It's like you hear this.
Actually, this is what I was bumping when you called me. I was like, this is going to interrupt my flow right now. I was like,
my bad. But this man ended up having to go back because he forgot his headphones anyway.
yeah,
so
it's
like,
true. The Lord, he got me back. He got me back.
Well,
Yeah. Shout out to that Summer 20
Yeah,
playlist.
Summer 20, not bad, not bad. Reach Records did their thing on that.
I think this is their best quality because every summer they do put out a playlist.
Yeah.
This is their best one for sure,
Yeah.
by far.
And still got my. I'm Lecrae. When he drops it, I'll be listening to it with a very
We know.
yeah, he been hanging out with Minio the
Interesting
last
ear.
couple of days.
interesting ear.
We know.
Before we get to the song of the, what is this? We're on Tuesday. Week.
Don't tell me it's the Brandy. It's something Brandy.
It might be. I don't want to play Brandy.
He was over there crying.
Look, Brandy.
Crying.
Listen,
He was
Brandy
crying.
put out an amazing
Crying.
project.
Y'all over here, this
That
man standing.
amazing
A whole
project.
stand.
Amazing project. Like people, I think people forgot who Brandy was before she put this out.
People didn't forget who Brandy was. The
Man,
fact
people
is,
forgot.
Brandy has a brother named Ray J.
Look, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
real.
that's true.
I would rather listen to that Juicy J Wiz Khalifa joint.
We're not doing this.
Listen to-
We're not doing this. We're not doing that.
I mean, wait. I guess we can just say this.
Song of the week. Song of the week.
We can't say this though. Brandy, it's a good time for her to drop that new music with Moesha coming to Netflix in about a week or two.
That's
Or
where I was
actually
going.
Is it in a couple
August
days?
1st.
Oh, so tomorrow.
It'll be out. Yeah.
Because
Mañana.
Moesha was the first one that's coming
Yes. It'll be out.
out. Oof. And
Super,
Umbrella
super excited.
Academy came out today too.
Bruh.
Oh, it's about to be a whole week.
And I don't know if you watch The Boys on Amazon.
I'm
That's
going
coming out
to,
too.
but I'm debating whether to wait until after the new season or wait or right before.
Well,
the
it
new
comes out,
season.
I think, August 30th. So
So I have a month.
yeah, you got a month.
Yeah. So,
It's,
but I
for
do
someone
wanna
who
watch it.
appreciate, you're a DC guy, right?
I'm both. I love both.
Okay. For someone who appreciates the superhero genre, The
Yeah,
Boys
just
is gonna
from
make
the-
you think. It's gonna make you think like,
So I've seen the trailer for the first season, then I saw the trailer for the second one. It just
Yeah.
made me want to be like, you know what? Just how vicious. how
absolute power absolutely corrupts. That's basically the whole
the
purpose of the
Boys
show.
is essentially just the injustice storyline,
Oh, for sure.
That's what it is?
For sure.
and I'm cool with that. I love that injustice storyline.
Song
I
of the
wish it
week
was
you
canon.
Oh, I
Let's
would enjoy.
play
What's this man?
Jacob
gonna play?
Collier.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play that Meg Thee Stallion Houston freestyle.
Nah, I'm not paying no tribute to her. I know she's dealing with her stuff, but no, I'm not going to.
Wow, way to support her.
Yeah, way to
What?
support her.
We thinking about her. I mean, we
Whole
praying for
woman
her.
got shot, and you gonna
You know,
Okay.
we definitely support her.
nothing off the Black is King album. Okay, that's cool.
Anyways, no, no. I will say this: I did see it. I did not want to watch it. Like I meant to turn from it actually, like 30 minutes in, because I knew what it was gonna be about. Don't do this. Don't do it.
Don't do
it.
what? I was
Let me
gonna. I was just
finish.
gonna. Okay,
Look,
finish.
to be honest, you're
finish.
setting yourself up.
Continue.
Let me finish. I know.
Continue.
I know. So I'm gonna just say this proudly and boldly: it was a phenomenal piece of work, but I knew what it was. I mean, it's a whole bunch of music videos. It was compilation music videos, but I will say the aesthetics was amazing. That's all I'll say. Not fanboying, none of that. Just saying. Anyways, Netflix. Let's run down these shows. So, Moesha, August 1st. The Game, season 1 through 3, August 15th. Which The Game could have went longer. Sister, September 1st.
It did go longer. It's just that it moved
Sister,
to BET.
Sister, I was a fan of.
Yeah.
I forgot. It's the only show on this list that I was actually a fan of.
Sister, yeah, low key, I
Yeah.
realized that I was so hype about the other ones that I forgot that it said Sister, and I was like, yo, that was also great.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
It's the
one.
only one I was a fan of.
Yeah. Sister, Girlfriends.
Nope.
Girlfriends is
Girlfriends.
the black young
Nope.
version of Golden Girls,
Wow.
and I
never
love
heard that.
I love Golden Girls.
That was,
I like Golden
love
Girls.
Girlfriends.
I enjoyed
Golden
Golden
Girls.
Girls.
I
amazing.
enjoyed Tracy Ellis. Well, for other reasons. Tracy Ellis Ross. If you're,
God bless her.
I love you.
God bless her.
I love you.
All
I don't
of
know
her.
which way you're seeing me.
We praise God.
Love you.
The Parkers.
Nope.
I watched the Parkers.
I watched it,
Parker
but
was a
I'm
good show to me.
least excited. All right, when
Not
it
a
comes to
fan.
the shows
Professor
I'm least
Ogilvy?
excited about watching,
Not a
but I will
fan.
watch, it's Moesha.
Go ahead and watch the
and
Parkers all over
Parkers.
again and tell me you're not gonna cringe,
Yeah,
especially in the day and times we're sitting in.
Now,
That's-
yes.
that's what I'm
Now-
worried
Okay,
about.
now, yes.
Like, it
half,
was cool.
half and half.
Half and half was low key.
It was alright.
It was low key
Meh.
funny.
It was meh.
It was low key funny.
One show that I did.
One-on-one.
One-on-one was
One-on-one I was cool with.
Yeah. Flex and all them.
This is the
Flex
whole
and,
UPN lineup. That's all this is.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
Channel 13.
for me it was UPN 9. That's what it was.
That's right,
yeah.
because you from Jersey.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So I was like, yo, I'm down for this because it was crazy. Because I was talking to the homie Rob, legit, like 3 days before the news dropped, and we were just like, yo, you remember the black sitcoms we used to watch on UPN, and we just going through it, you know, half and half, one-on-one, all of us. What was the other one?
on UPN.
Yeah, and I was just
Oh, we
like,
should have
yo,
Parkers, all them jump.
I was like, yo, these were great. And I said, we said we would love to have a streaming service 3 days later. Netflix. And I'm like, yo.
Netflix is winning. Netflix
And when they showed,
continues.
I was
Netflix took the lead.
super happy about seeing Girlfriends because Girlfriends was one of my favorites. Like, I used to just be committed to watching that.
Couldn't
They
do
were
it.
hilarious.
Hulu got to come back.
Hulu not gonna fight back.
They down.
Hulu needs to go ahead and
They
do
lost
what
the lead.
they need to do what Disney Plus did and what HBO Max is doing.
Well, Hulu's not
And
losing.
what Peacock is doing as
No,
well.
no,
It's
y'all
not that they're.
Peacock.
Oh wait,
No,
wait,
you
no.
don't
But
realize
Hulu is tied into
yeah,
Disney Plus.
Hulu's
Yes.
tied in with
Yeah,
Disney
yeah. So
Plus,
they're
They're
good.
fine.
They're fine. Yeah,
Like,
straight.
even if they don't add anything else, they still getting
Hulu
Disney
got
money.
Black is King too.
essentially,
Essentially.
They might, yeah.
Yeah.
Hulu's like Disney's
but
Plus's
Netflix-
little brother, but they still get the benefits
Yeah.
of
They're not.
being
They're
Disney.
not even the
Wu-Tang
little
Clan.
brother. They were out before Disney Plus. So
Yeah.
what they did was they
But
said
Disney
we're gonna
Plus
catch a
just
wave.
overtook
They
them.
said we're gonna catch a wave. Can we get in on that? Can we get in on that?
Disney Plus said, "Yo, I'm here." Disney Plus was basically
Disney
brawling.
Plus did what Zion Williamson could have done to Ja Morant. If the season
Yes.
had continued,
Yes.
they'd been like, I am the rookie of the year. Zion rookie of
Just
the
be
year.
like, "Hey, I've been here longer." It's like,
Yeah,
and
right.
so what?
Yeah.
That's what Disney Plus is to Hulu. So Hulu's still gonna benefit. They fine. Disney Plus is fine. Amazon is flexing if they do come out with this Lord of the
It's a
Rings
subtle
show.
flex.
Amazon though,
Subtle
but
flex.
Amazon low key does have some stuff.
But to be honest,
Yeah.
Netflix needed to make this move.
They had to.
They
It's-
needed to.
It's a subtle flex.
Because
that
you forget
Amazon doing.
HBO Max came out, and HBO Max got all the Fresh Prince.
Is the Boondocks on HBO Max?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I need to go ahead and get
All
HBO
of it.
Max.
So
I
you
need to
didn't
go ahead and
see
get.
Rocky 4th season.
I need to go ahead and get HBO Max. All right, folks, that concludes another
Oh my
episode
God.
of Let Him Speak. I'm your host.
Wow. Usually it's Osan saying the ratchet stuff, but I guess
I am not ratchet. I'm just observant.
observe. Got it. Okay. Good pod. Episode 15.
Are you ever gonna say bad pod? I noticed that. Like, man, that's a good
think-
pod. This is a good pod. I just need you for once.
Not even
think-
that. Just be like, this is an okay pod.
It's
You know,
alright. This was
cool.
alright, y'all.
It was decent. You know,
Well,
I
some
ain't
pod-
love
well,
it.
some pods,
I
you
ain't
know,
hate it.
Some pods it's like you just you want to get it done so you can go and watch your
But
show
would
or
they
like
really
if you're hungry.
say that? Like, a pod is just like, all right, thanks for joining us. It was cool.
This is
alright.
alright.
It was alright.
This wasn't our best.
Well, not bad.
Maybe
No,
maybe next episode.
I don't think nobody would ever
Alright,
say that.
bye.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh my goodness, thank goodness we're done. All right, let me. You know what? I was about to go. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we know.
I don't think.
right there, quit while I'm ahead.
Man, let this man wrap it up. See, this went from
I
good
don't
pod to just iPod. Just because of that, right there.
Wow.
For that, right there.
I don't think. Yeah, no, we will never say that. I don't think nobody will say bad pod, but good pod. You will never know if it was a bad pod or not. Never know.
You could though. We could say bad pod and then literally have that be the title of the episode, the bad pod.
But hey, this pod sucked. Episode 16.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Episode 15. Thank you guys for listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you're watching us right now on YouTube, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for subscribing in advance and also listen to us. I am Cecil, your host, with my boys Osahan and Abraham. Britton is in the back doing his magic and all the good stuff. Check us out on thecraftfactory.org for all of our recent episodes and everything that we do within the factory. Right now, we're in a workshop series with a great organization, Lyrical Opposition, in the Bay Area, doing that. So be on alert for that, for the replays of those workshops on our YouTube channel, and everything in that in between. Pause on my own self, because I tried to not say in between, but here I am. Episode 15. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening. Happy Taco Tuesday. We'll see you guys Friday. Peace. We out.